Okay, so a whole bunch of you are angry at me for holding my lens hood and my lens with my fingers inside the lens hood. Like, you think I'm a complete idiot for being able to do this, and you think that my fingers are in every photo that I've ever taken, even though I'm the one taking the pictures and I'm the one editing them, and I'm the one working for the biggest brands in the automotive world and covering the biggest races in the world. But somehow you still think that I'm an idiot. So let me explain how it's possible that I can hold my lens hood like this with my fingers inside the lens hood and I still can't see it in the pictures. So bear with me, we're gonna go through this and it's very simple and hopefully it will make sense to you. Okay, so there's two different shapes at play here, and this is basic kindergarten level geometry. And I know it's kindergarten level geometry because my son is in kindergarten and he's learning about these shapes. Now the first shape is a circle. The lens hood, this part right here that allows me to hold the camera and the lens like this, that is the lens hood and it is shaped like a circle. Are you following me? Okay, now part two is the camera sensor. The camera sensor is what makes the picture. It's reading the light, it's reading the color, it's reading the contrast, it's reading the shadows. It is literally making the picture. And the shape that it is a rectangle. 99.9% of mirrorless and digital camera bodies, they use a rectangular shaped sensor. Now, what happens when you put a rectangle inside of a circle? Now, I'll quickly show you, it's not an exact replica, but it kind of gets the point across. This is what it looks like. Okay, so here is a circle and a rectangle. This rectangle is not exact. My camera sensor would be a little bit fatter. This is a skinnier rectangle than my camera sensor would be, but you still get the idea because when you put a rectangle inside of a circle, you get these dead zones on the corners and bottom and top where you can literally put something in there and the camera sensor wouldn't see it. So I can stick my fingers inside the lens hood and it's not seeing it because it's basically just sitting in those dead zones. But also this lens, these lenses that I'm talking about are super telephoto lenses. This is a 400mm f2.8. It is looking so far past the lens hood and my fingers that it does not see anything. The minimum focal distance on this is like 10 or 12 feet. So anything inside of that doesn't exist to it, essentially. It's like a telescope. You're just looking so far past it that nothing exists. I promise you, I'm not editing out my fingers out of every picture. That would be extremely inefficient. I literally do this for a living. Like, this is my job. And I'm telling you, you can't see your fingers when you're shooting at f2.8 or f4 or f5.6. It is not until you're shooting at like f7, f8, f9, f10, f22, where you would literally see your fingers inside the lens hood.